If you want to know why group gatherings are truly challenging for those who experience narcissistic abuse, this video is for you. The first thing we will see is hypervigilance. Hey, have you ever noticed someone acting really jumpy and alert in group gatherings? This could be a sign of hypervigilance, especially if they've been through narcissistic abuse. These folks are often on high alert, always scanning the room for potential threats. In a social setting, they might seem overly cautious or anxious. You might catch them constantly watching people's interactions and facial expressions. They're looking for any signs of hostility or manipulation, even when none exist. It's like they can't relax and enjoy the moment. This behavior is a defense mechanism they've developed over time. They had to stay alert to protect themselves from the narcissist's unpredictable behavior. So even in a safe environment, their mind is still in survival mode. If you notice someone acting this way, it might be a sign they're dealing with some heavy stuff. Being aware of this can help you understand their actions better. It's not about being paranoid. It's about coping with past trauma. Maybe next time you see this, you can offer a bit of extra kindness or support. Understanding these signs can make a big difference in how we support each other. Next, overly agreeable. Have you ever seen someone who agrees with everything, even when it seems odd? This might be a sign they're recovering from narcissistic abuse. People in this situation often have a strong need to please everyone around them. They might agree with others excessively, even when they secretly disagree. You might notice them laughing at jokes they don't actually find funny, or they nod along just to avoid conflict and fit in. It's like they're afraid to voice their genuine opinions. This behavior is a coping mechanism they developed. They learned that disagreeing could lead to conflict or punishment, so now they try to keep the peace at all costs. It's a way to protect themselves from further harm. If you see someone acting overly agreeable, they might be dealing with some deep emotional scars. Being aware of this can help you understand why they act the way they do. It's not about being insincere, it's about survival. Next time you notice this behavior, try to be supportive and patient. Understanding these signs can help you offer the right kind of support. We all have our battles, and a little empathy can go a long way. Number 3, avoidance of attention. Have you ever seen someone who avoids being the center of attention, even in a friendly group? This could be a sign they've suffered from narcissistic abuse. People with this experience often shy away from the spotlight. In group gatherings, they might stick to the background. They avoid speaking up and deflect attention away from themselves. This isn't because they're shy or uninterested. It's because being noticed in the past often led to criticism or punishment. They learned that staying out of the spotlight was safer, so now they try to blend in and stay unnoticed. This behavior is a protective measure they've developed over time. It's their way of avoiding potential harm. If you see someone acting this way, they might be dealing with past trauma. Understanding this can help you see why they prefer to stay in the background. It's not about lacking confidence. It's about staying safe. Next time you notice this behavior, try to be understanding and gentle. Recognizing these signs can help you offer better support. We all have our reasons for acting the way we do, and a bit of empathy can make a big difference. Number 4, unnatural body language. Have you ever noticed someone with really unusual body language, like constantly crossing their arms or avoiding eye contact? This could be a sign they've survived narcissistic abuse. Body language can reveal a lot about what someone's going through inside. Survivors of narcissistic abuse often show strange body language. They might cross their arms a lot, avoid looking people in the eye, or fidget constantly. These actions aren't just random habits. They're actually subconscious ways to create a barrier between themselves and others. This behavior reflects their inner discomfort and distrust. It's like their body is saying, "Stay back, I'm not safe." If you see someone displaying these signs, it might mean they're dealing with some deep emotional pain. Being aware of this can help you understand their actions better. It's not about being rude or uninterested. It's about protecting themselves. Next time you notice these behaviors, try to be patient and supportive. Understanding these signs can help you connect with them more effectively. Everyone has their struggles, and a little kindness can go a long way. Let's talk about this next one, overly polite or formal. Have you ever noticed someone being way too polite or formal, even in casual settings? This might be a sign they've experienced narcissistic abuse. They often adopt this overly courteous behavior to avoid any potential conflict. These individuals might use excessively polite language. They adhere strictly to social norms and avoid any behavior that could be seen as impolite or confrontational. Their interactions can come off as stiff or unnatural. This overly formal demeanor is a coping mechanism they've developed. They learned that staying polite and formal could help them avoid negative consequences. So now they stick to this behavior, even when it seems out of place. If you see someone acting overly polite, they might be dealing with past trauma. Understanding this can help you see why they behave this way. It's not about being fake, it's about avoiding conflict. Next time you notice this behavior, try to be understanding and supportive. Recognizing these signs can help you offer the right kind of support. Everyone has their own way of coping, and a bit of empathy can go a long way. Number 6, frequent apologies. Have you ever met someone who apologizes all the time, even when there's no reason to? This might be a sign they've been through narcissistic abuse. They often feel like they have to apologize constantly to keep the peace.
Oh, I'm sorry.
These frequent apologies come from a deep-seated belief that they are always at fault. They think they must appease others to avoid negative consequences. In group settings, they might apologize for minor inconveniences or things that aren't even their fault. This behavior reflects their fear of upsetting others. They learned that saying sorry was a way to avoid conflict or punishment. So now they over-apologize even when it's unnecessary. If you notice someone apologizing a lot, they might be dealing with past trauma. Understanding this can help you see why they act this way. It's not about being overly submissive. It's about trying to stay safe. Next time you notice this behavior, try to be patient and reassuring. Recognizing these signs can help you offer the right kind of support. Everyone has their own struggles, and a little empathy can go a long way. Are you ready for the last one? Sudden withdrawal. Finally, have you ever seen someone suddenly withdraw from a group without any warning? This might be a sign they've experienced narcissistic abuse. People dealing with this often feel overwhelmed by social dynamics. They might retreat to a quiet corner or leave the gathering altogether. This sudden withdrawal is their way of coping. It's a mechanism to regain a sense of control. When social interactions become too much, they step back to avoid further emotional distress. This behavior isn't about being rude or antisocial. It's about protecting themselves from feeling overwhelmed. If you notice someone suddenly pulling away, they might be dealing with past trauma. Understanding this can help you see why they need to take a break. It's not about rejecting the group. It's about finding a safe space. Next time you see this happen, try to be understanding and supportive. Recognizing these signs can help you offer better support. Everyone has their own ways of coping, and a bit of empathy can make a big difference.